So it's early morning, everyone's just arriving. It's day 2, so it's Friday now. Obviously this skill build whole thing goes on for 3 days. But today I'm going to try and get some footage. I've got some interviews lined up with CITB because I really want to get across what's available with CITB and how you can get access to that funding. So yeah, we'll try and do something with them. I know that they've got somebody lined up to come and meet with me this afternoon, so we'll hopefully get some footage of that. So I'm here with Braden Connolly, and he's one of the sort of leading guys in the CITB. And obviously being at Skill Build and seeing the CITB stand, I thought it's a no-brainer to come and have a chat with these guys and see what is going on basically with availability of funding for roofers in the industry. So I thought I'd have a chat with you really and see whether you can shed some light on what's available for sort of one-man bands and smaller sort of roofing companies. So what sort of stuff can they get through the CITB, and how do they register and stuff like that?
Well, first of all, thanks for coming and asking.
No problem.
It's one of the hardest parts of the industry for us to reach.
Yeah.
And we've got so much that we can offer smaller companies. Small companies make up a huge part of the construction industry. Specialists typically are those smaller companies.
Yeah.
So we've got a few things that are specifically available for smaller companies that aren't even available to larger companies.
Yeah.
The first thing is our skills and training fund. And for a company of between 1 and 49 employees, we can offer them a £5,000 grant, which can allow them to top up their training. It can be almost anything that's construction related.
Yeah.
That need to develop their business. Roofing companies we've funded so far have spent that on heritage skills, training to deal with liquid plastic products, and even drone surveying as well.
Yeah.
So that's £5,000 for companies up to 49. We can get it for companies up to 99 employees, but for the sorts you're talking about, it's probably that part. There are grants available for other sorts of short duration training. There's over 118 different standards that we support that are directly related to roofing. There's more that are open to roofing companies, obviously they work in more general construction. But those grants range in anything from £30 to £120, and that's typically for training that lasts less than a week.
Yeah.
And then there's qualification grants as well. So £600 for short duration qualification. That would probably mean that they're doing that qualification for less than a year, or it's an MBQ. Yeah. If it's a longer duration, we've got about £3,000 available for qualifications as well.
So does that include things like, say lads wanted to get their lads through working at heights?
Yep.
Abrasive wheels, all that sort of stuff that would get you onto a general building site where you've got sort of the various criteria of getting on. Does that all fall into that same sort of category as well, do you know?
Yeah, it does, and they're both available. So there's those fixed amounts which we've got available per course, which will be between £30 and £120 for working at heights is a great example. But again, if a company wants to come to us with a plan for what they need to do that's specific to their company, it can include those things, and there's the £5,000 available for that as well.
And you can kind of bespoke, custom make stuff for individual businesses as well. That's
what that £5,000 is really about, making sure that whatever the business needs are, even if it's something which is being stipulated by the contractor for a job they've got that they wouldn't normally do, that's where that funding can come in. It's quite a quick process for them to come to our website, fill in the form and apply for that.
Yeah.
And we review it really frequently. Every couple of months we go through and we make those awards.
So applying, getting on board with the CITB, how do we do it? What's the easiest way of doing it? And also, are there people in the area that you live which will be a CITB sort of figurehead that can come in and help your business directly close to you, kind of thing?
Okay, so to get involved and access those, roofing companies will need to be levy registered. That's nothing to really fear, especially as we've got some relief for smaller companies as well.
Yeah.
So to get levy registered, if your salary bill is less than £80,000, you'll need to register, but you won't have a levy imposed on you.
Yeah.
Between £80,000 and £400,000, you'll need to pay a levy to us. The levy rate is normally 0.35% of salary bills, but between £80,000 and £400,000, in terms of that being the payroll, we halve that. So there's
So
some
it
relief there.
really isn't
It's
a
a very
lot of
small
money at all to put in, even if you're going over the 80,000.
Yeah, it's really simple.
It's really good. It's amazing.
And yeah, there are local advisors available, and we've got local apprenticeship officers, and I think you might be talking to Lee a little bit later.
Yeah.
He can talk to you about how we support small employers just with their apprentices as well. But we've got lots of staff available out in the field, as well as digital assistants. You can get things through our website, you can get live chat. We try and make it as easy as possible.
Brilliant. Well, thank you very much for talking to me, and hopefully, like Braden says, you should be able to get onto the CITB website and get registered pretty easily. And it's worth all of you doing that, because there will be little knickknacks and cool stuff that you might want to just put yourself through, even, because I think it even works for sole traders, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, so even if you're a sole trader and you don't have lads that you want to put through, you might want to put yourself through and just upskill. So yeah, really recommend CITB registration. It's well worth doing. Thank you very much.
Brilliant. Thanks, Stuart.
Cheers. Kate Watley, welcome to Rowles Report.
Hello, good afternoon.
How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Really good.
Good.
Having a brilliant time here. Amazing place.
Yeah.
So much going on. It's ridiculous. So tell me a little bit about what you're doing here and what sort of stuff you're trying to bring to the table for the roofing industry.
Of course. So my name is Kate Watley. I'm the commercial director at SPV Group. We're local roofing and cladding contractors. I'm actually a construction ambassador, as are a few members of my team. And last year I asked one of the members of my team to come onto the CITB stand and to promote roofing through their stand. And when Simon Dixon from the NFRC approached me and said that he was thinking about having a stand, it's something that I've encouraged from the start, because I think it's something where we need to get more people into the industry, change the perception, and engage with the young people and the talent of the future.
Definitely. It's so important, and like there's just absolute coach loads of schools here today, and there's so many young people seeing what roofing is about.
Yeah, we've had some really interested students today, I think, as well. They've really enjoyed the practical elements, they've really enjoyed the clay and making the models, and they've genuinely engaged with every part of the stand today, I'd say.
It's been really good, hasn't it?
Yeah.
And obviously you're also working in Women in Roofing as well, aren't you?
I am. So I'm one of the directors of Women in Roofing. So one of our aims is to promote, advance, support people working in the industry.
Yeah.
Create role models as well, because for me, sort of I worked my way through the industry and up in the industry, and I'd never have been able to achieve what I have without the positive role models that I've had in my life, be that my father who I work with, people within Women in Roofing who've guided me and helped me, and I think everybody needs someone to help them and support them and sort of just give them some advice sometimes and help them, say to them, go for that promotion, or why don't you go and do that, and just give them a little bit of positive reinforcement.
Yeah, and it's also teaching women that you can actually do roofing.
Yep.
It's an athletic career.
Yep.
It's not brute strength and sort of you've got to carry 300 kilos every minute of the day.
No.
So it's really accessible for women.
100%. As a contractor ourselves, our jobs, our large jobs, we load them out with a crane lorry, everything's lifted to the roof, there is manual handling, the sites are cleared, we risk assess every site, we wouldn't ever put anyone on a site where there was any form of risk. Things have moved on, those days have gone, and it is an industry that is accessible to everyone now. And for me, it's an industry that I absolutely love being a part of. Today has reinforced the fact that I just think our industry comes together so well. We work together, we've got some fantastic people in the industry, and today has really reinforced that to me, that I'm proud to work in this industry, and that's what Women in Roofing does as well. We're proud to promote roofing, we're proud to stand up and say this is an industry that we love to be a part of, and we encourage people to come into it, because it will be not only a good job but a good career.
Yeah, oh for sure. Well, it certainly served me well. So it's great.
And I feel like roofing's given us a lot, and it's given me a lot. We're also we've just set up a construction pathway course as part of our roofing company, where we've gone into collaboration with a training provider to bring through new engaged talent into the industry,
Yeah.
And we currently have 15, 16 to 18-year-olds completing a level 1 construction pathway course with a view to them moving into the industry.
Yeah.
And just pass down our skills and pass down our knowledge and really engage them and just make them aware of the opportunities. And we're about 10 weeks into it now, and so far it's working absolutely brilliantly.
Yeah.
And I'm fairly confident that out of those 15, 10, 12, maybe even more will all have great futures in the industry.
Yeah. So for anybody watching this who doesn't know about CITB funding,
Yeah.
they don't know how it works, how they could register for it, and what they might be entitled to, or the lads that are working for them. Can you give a few sort of a basic summary of what the CITB funding is about and how you access it?
Yeah, so the CITB funding, especially apprenticeships at the moment, there is a really, really big drive to get people into the industry and develop them thereafter. They've got 6 new action points that they're looking for, and a lot of that is around new entrants and apprenticeships. And I'm actually meeting with our advisor shortly, who's going to explain to us some of the new developments in apprenticeships. So I think at the moment there are grants available for taking on apprentices, for your training, but I think they're looking to try and make that more accessible and more funding there, because they're aware of the need for it.
And the threshold is actually really quite high before you start to pay a levy as
On
well,
the levy,
isn't it?
yes, it is, yes.
Isn't it like about 80,000 at the moment?
I think it's around that figure.
So if you're like a one-man band or like a small outfit with 2 or 3 lads, you'll probably find that you'll be entitled to the funding, but without actually even paying into a levy. So when you reach the £80,000 threshold, that's when the levy kicks in. But even then, I think it's quite low, isn't it, for a monthly
I think
fee?
it is, yeah. And they've also got other pots as well. We've recently applied for a skills and training fund, and we were awarded £10,000. But I know that's not just for the larger companies. That is accessible to all levels. It's just smaller amounts of funding. But obviously, we need a larger amount. But it's dependent on your training requirements.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Right?
Does that sound okay?
Yeah. We'll do a thank you thing now, and then
Okay. We can kind of edit it.
yeah, I'll chop all this up and do bits of it. Well, thank you very much, Kate, for having a chat with me today.
No, thank you very much for asking me to come and speak to you today.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll bump into you during the day anyway, so I'll speak to you in a bit.
Lovely. Thank you very much.